morning, Belen. I'm Brendan Lubin.
And I'm Marcos Salos, and welcome to this edition of Wbln for today, January 17, 2018. Before we talk about anything, let's move on to Raul, who's going to talk about the weather coming from the west.
Thank you, Mackie. Basically, what we got going on is a lot of cold weather coming in from the west. There's places with a lot of cold weather should be the northeast, with places receiving a heavy amount of snow. The Midwest is also going to be experiencing some states with some snow, Louisiana being one of them. And as we all know, Florida has been cooling down lately, and that should continue for the rest of the day. With today, we were going to be seeing a low of 47. So be expecting to have some winter gear for the rest of the week, as it will continue to be cold. Now back to you guys.
This past Sunday, juniors and seniors left for the annual close-up trip. We go live now with Danny Espon, who's in the nation's capital.
Hey guys, we're here in the capital of the United States on one of the best experiences a Belen student can have. Here's what we've done so far. Class of 2019 are in our nation's capital touring Washington, D.C. and the surrounding areas. The juniors toured Arlington National Cemetery, the Martin Luther King Memorial, the Lincoln Memorial, as well as several war monuments. They also visited different embassies from countries with close ties to the United States. Today they will be visiting the United States Capitol, where they will meet Senator Marco Rubio, along with other state representatives. From our nation's capital, I'm Danny Espon.
Thank you, Danny. Members of Mrs. Fernandez and Mrs. Campos' classes explored components of central tendency by combining paper airplanes, basketballs, and math. In Mrs. Fernandez' class, students created paper airplanes and documented the distance each plane traveled, and the data collected was then used to create a box and whisker plot. They calculated mean, median, mode, range, and the effects of any outliers. In Mrs. Campos' class, students collected data by recording how many basketball shots each student made. With that information, they also made a box and whisker plot with mean, median, mode, and range. And now we turn to Mario Fernandez, who's in the studio to tell us about an unbelievable story out of California.
Unbelievable story out of California on social media. David and Lucy Turpin projected an image of a picture-perfect family. They posted photos of themselves with their 13 children visiting Disneyland and celebrating birthdays. But police say the California couple lived a very different life, torturing and holding their kids captive. By many accounts, the big family was a loving one. Pictures show kids wearing matching outfits, smiling.
I did not see any unusual activities between the two of them. They seemed to care. They're quiet kids, but yet they seemed to enjoy the family as a unit.
But inside, police say the children were tortured by their parents.
So sad, so horrible. I can't believe this. I can't believe this.
Police say David and Louise Turpin held their 13 children captive, restraining some to beds with chains and padlocks, forcing them to live in filthy conditions. Investigators say a 17-year-old managed to escape and call police.
It's heartbreaking. And to know that there were that much kids in there and not even know about it then, it's like, I wish there was something this community could have done.
According to court records, David Turpin worked as an engineer and operated a private school out of his house.
Yeah, because the kids never came outside. I thought they were homeschooled. I thought they were isolated. No friends came over. No family came over.
Now, the children are recovering in a hospital as their parents wait to face a judge. We'll keep watching what unfolds in this bizarre story.
Pope Francis flew into Chile's capital Monday night for a visit expected to be met with protests over sexual abuse by priests and confronted by many Chileans deeply skeptical about the Roman Catholic Church. It's Pope's first visit to the Andean nation of 17 million people since taking the reins of the church in 2013. It comes at a time when many Chileans are furious over Francis' 2015 decision to appoint a bishop who the Vatican found guilty in 2011 of abusing dozens of minors over decades. The Reverend Juan Barros, bishop of the southern city of Osorno, has always denied he knew what Cardima was doing when he was the priest's prodigy, a position that many Chileans have a hard time believing. Hey guys, here's your scoop for today. Registration for the annual Belen Youth Mission Trip to the Dominican Republic will begin on Sunday, January 21st at 9 a.m. Any student interested in attending this year's mission trip must complete the online registration found at belenjesuit.org/myapplication. Space is limited to 60 current juniors or seniors and is conditional on the student's academic and disciplinary records. Alumni interested in attending are encouraged to complete the application as well. Students will travel to the DR June 29th through July 8th to build a bridge and provide necessary supplies to a needy village. Everyone who completes the application is required to attend a meeting on Monday, January 29th, immediately after school in the dining hall. If you have any questions, please email mmenendez@belenjesuit.org. Now here's who's meeting. There will be a student council meeting tonight at 7 p.m. in the library. The Chinese National Honor Society will meet tomorrow, January 18th at 3 p.m. And the Key Club will meet tomorrow at 3 p.m. in the Koskiwila dining hall. Now stay tuned as we bring you sports and weather after these messages.
Hey guys, here's your weather for today. Although there's not a lot of action going on the map, what I can is there are going to be a little bit of rain coming off of the east coast of Florida, and we will be having very, very low temperatures. Now what the forecast is going to be showing us is we're going to be having a high of 75 and a low of 47. Relative humidity will be at 72%, and for the most part, it should be a pretty sunny day. The next 3 days are going to be pretty similar, with Thursday, Friday, and Saturday all looking pretty sunny, and the lows hitting the 60s, and Thursday, tomorrow, hitting a low of 54. And there's not going to be a lot of rain in sight, with the highs being 20% on Saturday. So it's going to be a pretty good week, and let's pass on to sports with that.
What's up, guys? Last week, your Belen Wolverines lost against the Christopher Columbus Explorers in a hard-fought game. The Wolverines fell to an early deficit and were not able to come back. The team was led by Marcos Dager in scoring. Last week, the Jacksonville Jaguars defeated the Steelers in a game that was led by Leonard Fournette with 109 yards on 25 carries and 3 touchdowns.
Put down to Fournette if you have to.
Just later in the week. Tom Brady passed for 3 touchdowns and 337 yards, and the New England Patriots cruised past the Tennessee Titans 35-14 on Saturday night to advance to their 7th consecutive AFC Championship. Case Keenum completed a last-ditch heave near the sideline Sunday on the game's final play as Stephon Diggs slithered the way for a 61-yard touchdown to give the Minnesota Vikings a 29-24 victory over the New Orleans Saints and send the Vikings to the NFC Championship game. The Philadelphia's defense staged a last-minute goal line stand, and Jake Elliott atoned for a missed extra point with 3 field goals as the Eagles beat the Atlanta Falcons 15-10 to move on to the NFC Championship. Your Miami Heat will be playing the Milwaukee Bucks over there in Milwaukee tonight. In the semifinal game of the Belen Jesuit Middle School basketball team, they defeated St. Mary's by the score of 63-47. In the championship game, the Belen Jesuit Middle School Gold basketball team defeated St. Thomas by the score of 46-37. That's all for sports. Now back to you guys at the desk.
Now be sure to follow us on YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook for our latest news and pictures. I'm Brendan Wbln.
And I'm Marcos Delos. And from everyone here at Wbln, have a great day and stay golden, Wolverines.